Easy. Well, do you still reckon that they don't have it in for Dominic Cummings? Do you know what, right? The actual fucking state of the mainstream media in Britain today. For the last 2 months, the BBC have reported on literally nothing other than coronavirus. And now all of a sudden they've found something more important to report on. So what could it be? Could it possibly be that they've decided to start reporting on all the activity going on the south coast, what with the border force taxiing migrants to Britain? No, of course not. It's of course Dominic Cummings' adventures, isn't it? So, has he broken the rules? Well, from what I can see, no, he hasn't. Absolutely not. I would say that anything regarding childcare would be considered essential travel. I mean, it's not like that he invited some married slag round for sex, is it? It's not like he's taken 2 separate trips to his second home, is it? But unlike those other 2 people in question, who received a scant amount of coverage on the news, I'd say Cummings has received multiple times more coverage for what he's alleged to have done. I would say that, well, like Boris Johnson says, that he's acted responsibly, he's acted legally, and he's acted within the coronavirus rules and restrictions. But now all of a sudden, there's reports coming out that he's been seen having a day out in Barnard Castle. Now, I know that town quite well. And it's a popular place for people to go. But who's seen him? There's reports, but no names. Nobody come forward to say that they're the ones that spotted him in Barnard Castle. All I know so far is that somebody wearing a beanie hat has been spotted in Barnard Castle. Well, fuck me! Lock the guy up for life. They reckon that they were close enough to hear him having a conversation with his wife. So, if they were close enough for that, they were close enough to take a goddamn photograph, weren't they? But no, we've seen no physical evidence. It's just rumour and report from anonymous people, and now all of a sudden he's public enemy number 1. Well, we already know that he's Remoaner enemy number 1, but now he's public enemy number 1. And you know what as well? I'd expect this kind of shit, the persecution that he's going through at the minute, I would expect that to come from the likes of Labour and the Remoaners. But for these Tory MPs who are calling for his head on a plate, shame on them. Shame on them. They should be supporting him. But of course remember that there are some Tory MPs that don't agree with Brexit. And I'm guessing, seeing as we don't know which ones they are, I'm guessing that it's all those. And the fact that Boris now is in a little bit of a pickle, I'd say, because he certainly wouldn't be where he is right now if it wasn't for Cummings' input. Because we all know that Cummings successfully helped with the Brexit campaign, and he successfully helped with Boris's leadership, and successfully helped in the general election. So is Boris really going to throw him under a bus? Well, I would say, to be fair, and I strive on fairness, me, right, is that show us some evidence that he's been to Barnard Castle. Let's see photographs. Let's see number plate recognition cameras that shows that he's travelled from Durham, where his parents live, to Barnard Castle. If he did do it, then I would say that he needs to answer questions and possibly he needs to be fired. But until we've seen some cast iron proof that he's broken the regulations, then I'm afraid it never happened. So, do you know what? This is a sickening story to see that the persecution, it's amazing, isn't it? That in the Western world, whenever you see a patriot in a position of influence or a position of power, the amount of attacks that they come under, it's just incredible to watch it. And shame on all these people there that are not even waiting for him to be proved guilty before they're calling for him to be strung from the nearest gallows. And cheering people, you can almost see that the cheering people gathering to see him hung by his neck. It's just laughable, isn't it? So I would say that Cummings hasn't broken the rules, but they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop until his head's on a plate. And I would say kudos for Boris for standing by him, and kudos to the other ones who were standing by him. They're like Shapps, Grant Shapps and the like, who were standing by him. Because if this is about childcare, there's going to be egg on faces of anybody who's out there that's got children, because they should be understanding it from Cummings' point of view. Okay, now I know that there's a couple of people that are watching this that are going to be throwing out some nasty comments in the comments box, and I know that these are Remoaners who never stop attacking me, who are going to find an excuse to attack me. Well, go on. You show me some proof. You do the digging and you do the proof that Cummings broke the rules. And then you can be nasty to me. Prove it and you can be nasty. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and find something. BBC out there, find something useful to report on instead of this shit. And you see these Tory MPs that are having a go at Cummings there, that they say that their constituencies are angry about it. Well, I haven't seen anybody who's angry. Show me these angry people. Show me these people. Oh yeah, there were 3 people that they showed reporting from Barnard Castle, and they were all saying, oh yeah, well, we've all been told that we have to stay in, and he's there roaming around the country. Well, 3 people. I wonder how many people the BBC went up to and asked what their opinion was, and the people that said, don't be so stupid, it's a non-story. Find something useful to report on. Nobody cares about this shit. But no, they won't have got airtime, will they? They just managed to pick 3 people who were against Cummings, and they've decided to air those. But all the people out there that don't care, that say this is a non-story, the BBC won't report on that. Shameful, absolutely shameful. Thanks for watching, till next time. Easy.